Hello friends, welcome back to Pro Metal Buildings. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial on garages. So once you're in our website, prometalbuildings.com, click up in the right hand corner, build a quote. And once you get into the 3D builder, you're going to want to plug in your state. We'll just go with the state of Georgia, start your building and continue. Once you know you're in Georgia here in the center of the page, it'll default to a size here. Off to the right hand panel, we can go to the styles and the down arrow. Go ahead and click the garage icon. It'll give you sort of a basic size here. We're going to make a few changes, and as you scroll down, it'll give you some different options. So we'll go with a 28 wide, and let's go with a 35 long, and we'll go with a 12-foot leg height. When it comes to these doors, you have to be, if you're putting two doors on an end wall, you'll want to be 2 feet taller than the actual doors on the side wall, which is right here. So this is 12, this is 10. You can move those around and it'll kind of show you some different things. There's different options. You can do vertical siding, you can do a 12 grade. These are all upgrades. You can upgrade the paneling to a 26 gauge, add some extra bows, colored screws, and so on. There's insulation, you can do that, and then it'll default to what you want to have insulated. So that kind of gives you that idea. We can also change the colors. Now, since I went with a 26 gauge on the sheet metal, it's only going to allow me so many colors to choose from. So if you're wanting different colors, you'll want to go back to the 29 gauge or the default. So, and then I'll just go no on the wainscot. So in any case, this particular building, doing a lot of upgrades, is 25,000. You'll want to also, you can scooch around your doors and your windows, and you'll want to make sure that wherever you put them, you're going to want to make sure you're between the uprights. That's really good because then it won't cost you extra money. And then if you want to put, doors on the back wall and so on, just go to your door, window, and frame outs. Maybe you just want to frame out. Maybe you have a slider door, something like that you're going to want to put on the back. So you can do this custom frame out. Let's call it a 12 by 11. And that kind of thing. So you can slide that also, that framed opening around as well. So that just kind of gives you an idea on that. If you want to see all the details of this particular building and what each item costs, hit that dark banner and it'll expand. And then you can see how much extra the 12 gauge upgrade is, how much extra the vertical siding is, and how much extra the door is or the windows and the insulation and so on. It'll give you a price here. Up at the top, though, it'll give you the total. That's going to be that plus your tax for Georgia if you're in that state. Here's your down payment. That gets your order started, which is kind of cool. If you're not quite ready, but you want to save this, when you are ready, go ahead and hit save to your email. It'll default to this information here. And then just hit submit, and you'll get a copy of it to your email. So will we. Some corresponding questions here if you're ready to buy, or if you just have some questions, feel free to do that, and then we'll get in touch with you. So thank you for visiting Pro Metal Buildings, and we look forward to hearing back from you.